Howdy folks, welcome to another Tumblr user video. Today is Facts I Made Up. This was a user that was really commented and requested, and also one that I've been seeing a lot more in the Tumblr images that I'm collecting, so I thought that it would deserve an entire video to itself. If you enjoy the video, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this user, and comment any other user recommendations that you have. Without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy Facts I Made Up.
Sea lions are just seals with an extra electron. Ice takes up more space than water because when cold, each molecule must wear a thick coat. Brussels sprouts were invented by monks for use as a mark of penitence. Only those who committed the most terrible sins were condemned to taste their horrible flavor. They are named for Saint Bernard of Brussels, who also tasted pretty awful. Hair continues to grow after death, even in mummified bodies. Mummies on display in the British Museum get haircuts twice monthly. Fiberglass is neither fibrous nor glass-like. It gets its name from Robert Fiberglass. He didn't invent it, he just won the naming contest by eating the most of it. King Solomon's mines are not diamond mines as commonly believed, but a series of land annexations that King Solomon made by pointing around and declaring, "Mine." Salad dressing was invented by Emily Post to preserve the modesty of the salad, which could not appear nude in Victorian society. Most 10-speed bicycles are actually capable of moving at well over 15 different possible speeds, and some are even able to stay completely still. Over 300 distinct species of horse have been discovered within just the last 10 years. Though the sin of Sodom is well known, it is believed that the sin of Gomorrah involved removing those tags on your pillows and blankets that say "do not remove." Cats have a special organ to detect when it's most intrusive to sit on your keyboard. Rain actually travels from the ground up. The fall of rain is an optical illusion. Key lime pie will solidify into limestone in 24 hours if left uneaten. Chess pieces are meant to represent members of a royal court, such as the king, queen, bishops, knights, and royal poop bucket emptier, which is replaced by a rook in modern games for obvious reasons. The Eiffel Tower is made of over 7,300 tons of iron, equal to the iron in only 7 bowls of total. Making eye contact is now considered impolite. To show that you're paying attention, it's now advisable to shout loudly, "I'm listening," every 5 seconds. Scooby-Doo was named for Scooby-Doo, a mythic Polish dog that solved crimes in 790 AD. The common QWERTY arrangement of keyboard letters is an in-joke by keyboard designer Kwiatkowski Pastwczyk of Northern Zxcvbnm. Whole milk is so named because it contains the whole liquefied cow. Nick Fury is not named after the synonym for age, but rather for Nicholas C. Fury, inventor of the tineless safety fork. It has long been thought that the human soul weighs 21 grams. This is based on faulty evidence, however, as the soul that was weighed was covered in dust and lint. Cows do not use all 4 stomachs regularly. They use one stomach for meat and another for dairy, and then the other 2 stomachs are only used for meat and dairy on Passover. The first Harley-Davidson motorcycle sits in the Smithsonian Museum, next to the mummified remains of Harley Davidson herself. Sigmund Freud was not only the father of psychiatry, but the brother of psychology, and the uncle of proctology. Chartreuse was thought to be such an ugly color in ancient times that the Romans called it turpis fuco, meaning the ugly pigment. Turpis fuco is also the name of the executive producer of Law and Order. Werner Herzog was never cast in The Mandalorian. He simply showed up on set one day and began acting. Nobody could get rid of him, and nobody wanted to. California was by far the largest of the original 13 colonies. The Department of Temporary Funding and the Homeland Monetary Union joined together in 2016 to form the DTFHMU, but had to close due to the number of obscene phone calls it received daily. There's a bar of gold hidden somewhere within Fort Knox. Nobody has been able to find it as it's hidden among thousands of other identical bars of gold. Though Ridley Scott considers all 4 original Alien films and both of his new films to be canonical to the franchise, he prefers not to talk about the 1989 holiday special. The word king is short for King Acrorum Petisum, which is Latin for the dude with the pointy gold hat. Not only does the squiggly line over the N have a name, but 3 names: the name we give it, the name by which it's known to other letters, and a secret name that only the line itself knows. We do not fully understand how sprinklers work. If you look at them in the sunlight they can make a rainbow, but we don't know where that rainbow is stored within the sprinkler before it is deployed. Most bones in the human body are named after constellations, such as the femur of the northern skies and the southern pelvis. Few people realize that the Milky Way galaxy is so large that if it were the size of a Milky Way bar, then our solar system would be smaller than a nougat. The zebra is the only mammal to lay eggs. Its eggs are striped. Most snakes have leg bones. It is unknown where they find them or what they do with them. You are more than the sum of your parts. You are in fact equal to the tangent of your parts squared minus your age. Roman news declarators often spoke with clickbait-like introductions. One preserved table states in Latin, "You won't believe who Brutus just stabbed." Pods movers do not transport your belongings. They grow copies in a new pod that replace the original objects. If one of your fingernails breaks off, keep it in a glass of milk. This will not help preserve the fingernail, but Jimmy will be so grossed out when he drinks it. Though they seem fragile, it's impossible to cut through an egg with a knife or cleaver. Couples originally shared a single wedding ring, which bound them by the fingers for life. The tradition ended with the invention of the hacksaw. The first piano was invented in 1881. It only had 5 keys, for the notes PIAN and O, hence its name. People in the 1700s wore tongue pants, a sort of sock for the tongue. Nobody today knows why. Because the moon wasn't full on the night E.T. had to shoot its famous flight scene, a stand-in moon was borrowed from Saturn. The Simpsons was cancelled in 1998. Nobody knows where the new episodes are coming from or how they make it to TV. Before the invention of the saddle, one had to ride a horse standing up like on a surfboard. Asparagus has never been defined as a plant, or even a living organism. We simply don't know what it is or where it came from. Olives and eggplants are the same plant. Olives are just harvested sooner. The first bra ever designed has cups for 5 breasts and nobody knows why. It takes 600 trees to make a single page of the internet. Though the Latin root word for chainmail armor is masculine, when it was made of iron it was considered female. 20 people a day are killed by an inflamed appendix. The appendix was last seen traveling south in a red Ford Focus and is believed to be armed and dangerous. If you see it, do not approach it on your own, but call the police immediately. Grubs differ from maggots in that grubs are traditionally served with white wine and maggots are served with red wine. The first trivia contest ever held occurred in 47,000 BC and consisted of only 2 questions, as the total of human knowledge at the time was only 2 things. We do not understand the physics by which elevators function, and must still rely on naturally occurring elevators to build our skyscrapers around. Leonardo da Vinci is thought to have invented a working light bulb. The invention was lost in one of his lesser-known journals until 2014, at which time the light bulb had already been invented again, so nobody cares. Improv theater was considered witchcraft until 1930. In some states it is still punishable by burning at the stake, or another method of death that the audience shouts out. A scientist once placed a hedgehog on a keyboard. It typed out, methodically, "We only stay silent because you harm what you don't understand." The experiment has never been duplicated. Amoeba Records in Hollywood has announced that it will be closing soon and splitting into 2 smaller independent stores. Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, it's traditional to determine the number of beholder's eyes with 2d6, and then to determine the beauty of any given thing by rolling 1d20 per eye. Gordon Ramsay constantly shouts at his own pets for being live and undercooked. Though humans often consider themselves superior to most animals, the common millipede has from 36 to 400 legs. Far more than humans. The Necronomicon has been fully translated since it was discovered and featured in numerous dark tales. In reality it contains nothing but a 400-page explanation of how to fold a fitted sheet.
Thank you so much for watching Facts I Made Up, this Tumblr user video. Again, if you did enjoy it, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about this user, and also please feel free to drop any suggestions or requests for other Tumblr users. I really appreciate it when you all do that. It gives me ideas and it kind of makes me branch out and look for other users that I haven't seen before, so I really appreciate when you all comment. Let's see, I am still working on the in-person video on how the videos are made. It's going to take me a little bit longer. But also if you have any other recommendations for in-person videos, I'm very open to that. And of course the top Tumblr episodes are going to keep coming. So I hope that you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you all in a couple hours. Peace out.